Now, a family in Nairobi is agonizing on the whereabouts of their breadwinner, Joseph Mbugua Mwaura, who was abducted on Mombasa Road 3 weeks ago. Now, Cctv footage availed to KTN shows Mbugua being kidnapped by some unidentified people and bundled into a car that sped off. Detectives are now investigating whether the abduction could be linked to a 105 million shillings fraud case Mbugua was involved in. Patrick Amimo reports.
On the morning of April 30th last month, 38-year-old Joseph Mbugua Mwaura left his house near Timo, Langata in the company of 35-year-old Teresia Njeri Kungu. They left in Mbugua's car. Mbugua had employed Njeri to assist in the mushroom farming venture, which he had started in Syokimau almost a year ago. This was after Njeri was sacked by her employer, Eastmart Stores, where Mbugua also worked as a senior manager.
I used to live in Maradaima, and she was a former colleague to my husband. After some months, she was also sacked. And since she didn't have something to do and my husband was growing mushrooms, he decided to tell her to just come. They do the business, they help each other, but she'll be living here.
Tulipokuwa pale tukinywa chai, huyo Njeri akapigiwa simu na mtu na hatukujua nani, akamwambia kujibu kwake alimjibu tupatie about 20 minutes tutakuwa tumefika pale.
The CCTV footage in our possession shows Mbugua's car checking in at Parkside Towers on Mombasa Road, where he went to withdraw some cash. There is also a Subaru car that was trailing him. The Subaru is later spotted being driven into a nearby petrol station using the exit point and is parked strategically on the petrol station's entrance. 3 occupants leave the car and walk towards Parkside Towers, where Mbugua had pulled in. One person gets inside the compound to monitor Mbugua's activities. As Mbugua's car leaves, the 3 men are seen running towards the Subaru car that was strategically parked at the petrol station and leave using the wrong exit. Mbugua's next stop is Chomazon Petrol Station on Mombasa Road near Imara Daima Estate. Here, the Subaru car that was trailing Mbugua is seen parking while Mbugua goes to the air pressure pump. Njeri is seen walking out of Mbugua's car, allegedly to the washrooms. But as Njeri leaves, a group of men in the Subaru that was trailing Mbugua's car join another group that was in a silver-colored car and move towards Mbugua. Mbugua is suddenly ambushed by the men and bundled into a waiting car that speeds off with him to an unknown destination. Njeri reports the incident to Mbugua's wife.
There are 2 vehicles waiting, and then when he comes to put the pressure, ndio anatoka kwenda washroom, and then that car that picked him comes in. That's the only question. Is it what a coincidence?
Njeri accompanied Mercy to Embakasi police station where they recorded statements on the incident. And in a strange twist of events, Njeri, whom they used to live with, never returned to their house where she had been accommodated for almost 1 year.
None of her numbers are going through, apart from, when was that? 11th, on Sunday. 11th, she called me with a different number, and she told me she needed to get her things.
I wanted to know from Mercy how their 1 year stay with Njeri in the house was.
She behaved ilikuwa very different. Na vile hata tulirudi nyumbani, the body language could tell maybe there is something she knows.
But did Mbugua express any fears on his life before the abduction?
He had a pending case in court with his former employer, and he always told us as a family, in case anything goes wrong with him, he should be the first suspect.
On Wednesday this week, Mbugua was to be cross-examined over the fraud case with 2 former staff of the supermarket. When he never showed up, the prosecutor asked the court to issue warrants of arrest. And here is a mother's appeal to whoever could be holding her son.
Ningeuliza serikali na Mungu mwenyewe ambaye anajua sirini mahali Mbugua ako, atupatie Mbugua aturudi akiwa hai.
Patrick Amimo, KTN.